Hi guys, thanks for stopping by my channel. If you are here from the first part of my Hanna Karlzon entire coloring book collection, this is part 2. If you missed that one, I will put a card in. I left off in the last video with seasons, so now let's take a look at jewelry box. This one is another one of my favorites. Now that I think of it, what did I say? Summer Nights was my favorite. Maybe this is my favorite, actually. Maybe I like them about equal. You know, when I start looking at the book, I'm like, oh, maybe this is my favorite. But no, I do really like this one a lot. These 2 pages I didn't do around the same time. This is quite an older one that I did. And this one I just did about maybe last year. This one I was trying to do something. I was trying to do like a 3D kind of box, like make it look like the snake was coming out of the box, but I didn't achieve that. I did do the whole snake with the Paul Rubens watercolor paints. It's very tedious to do all these little scales with the paints, and the rest was Prismacolor. I haven't really been coloring too much in my Hanna Karlzon books lately, maybe like the past year or so. I've just been distracted with other stuff. But this one I had been trying to do this tutorial that I saw on Color My World. Lori did this tutorial on doing glowing eyes, and I thought it looked really cool, so I wanted to try it. I even sent this to her to show her, and she just gave me some tips. She said I should do a little bit more shading, which I do agree. I probably should have done some more shading, but I think I did too many layers. I can't really do anymore. I could probably go back and try. At the time, I was still a little bit afraid of doing really heavy shadowing because I thought I was gonna mess it up. I think I've gotten a little bit better at it, more so this year. And you know, of course, I got tired after I got to the flowers. I was really into the face and the hair, of course, but I did use my Starjoy gold. These beginnings of the flowers was also Prismacolors. The background I want to do black because I thought it would make it really more intensify the eyes and the hair kind of glowiness. But it's another one for the list, the whip in progress list. I would like to finish that one though. And this one I thought was really cute too. I do have this one, my intro video. This is one of the pages that I have pop up there, so you probably have seen this one a few times. It's not my best work, I wouldn't say, but I do really like it a lot. I did do Prismacolors. I like this cat. It reminds me of my own cat. And I thought this lady kind of looks like my mother, so maybe that's why I like it so much. Anything else in here? Oh, I think I have quite a few in here. This one I did with some Derwent metallic, the 10th, is it the 10th anniversary box? It's something anniversary box of those metallics, which I'm not a big fan of. I didn't really like them so much. They're very opaque. And what else did I use? Either Prismacolors or Black Widows, probably. This is one I did with the water-soluble crayons, the Mungios again. I was really feeling those at this time, I guess. This is probably from about maybe 2 years ago. I thought this one was cute, and I think I did this for something in the Coloring Divas as well. It was a coloring challenge, maybe like pastels and neons, I think. Oh, this is the first page I ever colored. I have probably shown this to you guys a few times over the course of my channel. I did color this one a second time as well. I colored it like on my 1-year anniversary, and then I had intentions of coloring it on my 2-year anniversary and then the 3-year anniversary. You know, I thought that was going to be my thing, but I didn't follow through with that, and I only colored it twice. So, but I would like to color it again a 3rd time. And I think I did this with Crayola pencils, probably the dual tip Crayolas that I had. And this is another one I liked a lot when I did it. Added these little stars in the background, and think this was the first time I tried doing a darker skin tone, which when I first started coloring, I really didn't do too much in the way of coloring skin. I just would do like 1 or 2 layers of pencil and call it a day. But I think I did this with Black Widow's the skin and probably some Prismacolors. Is that it for? Just making it for jewelry box. Yeah. This is actually technically the last one in the series, her original first series of books. If you don't count the compilation book that comes after it. But this is the English version, Spirit Animals, and this is the Dutch version, Soulmates. This one, like I mentioned before, is by the publisher, this Muse publisher. The paper is a lot thicker and heavier. Let's take a look at the Spirit Animals. I don't have anything in the Soulmates book. Spirit Animals, do I have anything in here? I'm sure I do. Let's see. As we're getting down to the newer books, it's a little bit less and less. I have this one. This was one of my first colorings, I'm pretty sure. This looks terrible. I was trying to do this was again with my gel pen era. I was trying to do everything with gel pens. I tried to color this whole leaf with a gel pen, and then I think I gave up, and then I started trying to color it with a pencil. This branch is a gel pen. These birds, oh, are pretty bad too. So that was a give up page. This one I think I did for some sort of color along, I think, in one of the Facebook groups that I'm in that features Hanna's Karlzon's work. I think I colored this kind of burgundy and reddish colors because I thought it went well with like the sun sign of Scorpio, which is my sign, with the Phoenix rising. So that's kind of why I did those colors, I think. This looks like I must have did gel pen on these wings and chalk pastels, I think, and probably Prismacolors as well. This is another disaster I gave up on. I think this was Black Widow's. This part is not so bad, but the hair I think is where I went wrong and I gave up on her on this one. This one I did with Black Widow's, I know for sure, because it was when I just got the Monarch set, so I was trying that Monarch set out. I think I did this whole thing entirely with the Monarch set. So this one's all right. It's again with my 3 blend of hair. It's not really totally blended well, so great. I didn't really understand light layering at the time. I was kind of very heavy-handed. I think I'm a little bit better at that. When I got the Starjoy Gold pencils, I think that's when I really started to learn to not be so heavy-handed and do more light layers. Before that, I was like, oh, I can't be sitting here doing 25 layers on a page. I don't have time for that. But now I love it. I love layering, so I do kind of attribute my turning point when I got those Starjoy Gold pencils, actually. So this was a page I started and then I tried to go back to, and I had not written down what I colored for her hair, this part here, and then I went back and I started trying it again and it was a big mess. I would like to do this one over again sometimes, maybe for Halloween. Oh, I think I have this probably in another book. Oh, I have the Crystal, you have the Soulmates book with this in it. I could do it. Put this on the list for Halloween. Like I have an assistant. I'm talking to myself. I do want to pick out some good Halloween pages. Oh, this one. This one I also don't like very much. I started doing this with some, I think I got some metallic pencils at the Dollar Tree I was doing this with, and I had wanted to make it look like she had like human skin on the outside, and then this part was like metal underneath, and it was like kind of showing like peeled, poking through. But that's another one I need to do over again someday. Anything else in here? I think that's it for spirit animals. Now next is gold corn or / grains of gold if you want to go by the English version. I have 3 of this book. Okay, so 3 copies of this book. 2 of them are Swedish and 1 of them is English. So I'll show you the Swedish versions. This is the first edition of the Swedish version. You'll notice it's different from the second edition just because it has a white binding. I think Hanna said that that was a mistake in the second edition, that she, I don't think she was happy that they did that in black. But I do kind of like, I do like the white binding, but it got really dirty. Mine got really dirty anyway. And nothing different. The only thing different is the binding on that one. And the English version has a gold binding on it instead of. So 3 different colored bindings. And I picked this up because, is this part different or is it the same? Oh, look at this. This is different color too. And this one, I have some pages in here. I got chalk pastel all over this page. I got chalk pastel over in this guy's hair. Pretty disastrous. Probably Prismacolors with that one. This one, this is also advice too. If you do color in these Hanna Karlzon books, a lot of times it is wise to put a piece of paper, even if you're not using any sort of wet media or markers or anything, just because the pressure will sometimes make it transfer over to the other side of the paper. You'll get like a kind of like a ghost image on the other side of the paper. These are 2 different ones. Pencils I did. This side I did Starjoy, the original Starjoys, and this one I did Prismacolor. And this one I had printed. I don't know why I took it out of. Oh, I think I probably was afraid to mess it up because it was one of the exclusive images. So, well, now I have 3 of them. So I did have a really bad mess up over here. And so I made her look like she had a scar. I tried to make it look like a scar. But I like how she came out ultimately. This is another mess up I did. I was trying to put Spectrum Noir glitter brush pens all in the background and it came out looking like a big mess. So I gave up on that. Let's see, do I have anything else in here? I don't think so. Oh yeah, I do. Oh, this is my first year. After 1 year, I colored it again. And I did this with the Prismacolors, came out a little bit better, but I think that's all I have for that one. Okay, so that marks the end of the first series of her books. Now we're going on to her Tales from Fill in the Blank series. These I love a lot. I like these books a lot. They're more of a story, kind of. They follow a story throughout the whole book, which I do really like a lot. This is the first one in the series, Tales from the Midnight Masquerade. This is the English version, and then this is the Swedish version. I've since only been getting the Swedish versions of this book because you can kind of tell they look so much nicer, in my opinion. I think they look a lot nicer. You'll see here, the English, the Gift Smith version is like a smooth finish. This foil is like starting to fade away, but that's kind of my fault because I did color a lot in it, so I probably like banged it around a lot. This one, the foiling is nicer. I think it's kind of raised. It's a little bit raised, and this is flat. Did I say that already? Probably. And yeah, so I like it a lot better. It's a different color too. This is more like navy, like a lighter navy blue, and this is like a really dark blue. I don't have anything colored in this Swedish version. There's also the Dutch version that I do want to get. There was a little bit of controversy with the Dutch edition of this book, that they made a lot of mistakes. They didn't put the pages in the right order. So I think Hannah had decided not to use them for a while. I think she started using them again. But you'll also notice here this English version is almost like a yellowy, creamy colored paper, and the Swedish version is white, more white. But I do have quite a few pages done in here. I know when this first came out, people were complaining because the books were smaller, there wasn't as many pages, but for me, I like it better, not so many pages, because I know I'm never going to be able to finish a whole book anyway. I was thinking I might finish this one though. This page is almost finished. It was going pretty well in the beginning, but I had to abandon her. This one is, I thought this one came out cute. I like him, the little frog prince or king maybe. Probably Black Widows. And this one, I'm pretty sure I did with the Prismacolors. This clown, wind-up doll girl. It's probably Paul Rubens metallic watercolors for that part of the key. And this one, I don't know what I was thinking about with all these weird colors I chose. They kind of don't really go too well in hindsight. But I think I was trying to do kind of like a patina type of table here. Oh, this one's a little bit crazy. I didn't want to, I was trying to avoid doing it red. My first inclination is to do it red, like a little Red Riding Hood. So I'm like trying to be a little bit different. I think I was a little bit too different, maybe. And these two I like a lot that I did. The Queen of Hearts and the Queen of Spades. I would really love it if somebody would do a coloring book, like a full suit of cards like this, like portraits. I do have one book kind of like that, but it's not exactly what I had in mind. I would like just like portraits, like how Hanna Karlzon has these two portraits. Tried out some pastel pencils on her collar here. Oh, this one is actually one I'm working on currently. Me and Monet are working on this one together as a buddy color. She's doing this girl and I'm working on this girl. I'm almost done. I just have to do her staff here and the stars in the background. We did a specific color palette, which I actually kind of forget what the color palette was, but I put my pencils somewhere and I don't remember where I put them, but I was almost done, so I think I'm pretty good with it. I like this because this one kind of looks more like, this one kind of looks like Monet and this one kind of looks like me. I don't think she finished hers yet either, but we've been working on it. We started it maybe like a month or two ago, and so I think we both gotta finish. And this one looks like a lot of chalk pastels and Prismacolors probably. This was another buddy color I did with Monet and also Sharonda from our coloring group over on Facebook. And this is actually, I think, the first buddy color I've ever done. I don't think I even knew what a buddy color was. Monet asked me if I wanted to do it. I was like, yeah, sure. What is it? So this, I think our thing was to do pastels. I think that's all I have. So I got a fair amount of pages in that one, I think. And the next one up is the, I forgot what this one is called. Tales from the Forest Kingdom. I think that's the name of this one. So going forward, I only get the Swedish versions. So I did this one with water-soluble crayons again, Prismacolors, and looks like some stickles, maybe. Yeah, stickles on the bugs. I liked how that one came out. She came out cute. I know I have one or two more in here. Oh, this one I was trying to do stickles just on the fire, but it became very, very tedious. I do like how it was coming out, how it looked. Thought it looked really cool, but just this little bit of it was taking so long that I gave up. That's the theme of this whole thing. All the times I gave up on my pages. But this one, I like how she came out too. I kind of thought she looked a little bit like an alien-ish type of being. She has, or magical kind of being, perhaps, because she's doing some magic here with these stars. And I think, what are these, wolves? I like how they came out. So I'm pretty happy with that page. And I know I have one more with the bunny rabbits. Where is she? Oh, this one. I think I did this one for an Easter page. I don't know what I was doing here with this weird red spots, red highlights in her hair, but on the whole, I do like her. I like how she came out. She came out cute. And, oh, I started doing this one and didn't finish. And that's it for Tales from the Forest Kingdom. The next one is Tales from the Witch's Cottage. I only have one page, I know, in this book. So this is when I start kind of falling off the Hanna Karlzon pages. So I do definitely have to get back on it. I could do some of these for Halloween this year. This is the only page I did this all with Prismacolors, and I do like this one a lot too. I have a flip through on this book up on my channel. Do I have Tales from the Forest Kingdom on flip through? I don't think so. I think I just have, maybe I do. If I do, I'll put the cards in for that one too. And this is the newest one, except for the one that just came out, the Tales from Atlantis. This is the Tales from the City Among the Stars. I didn't really color anything in this book. This is the only one that I started coloring and I never finished this page. I think I just did a really quick flip through on this one, maybe over on my shorts channel. But you know, Hanna Karlzon is very popular, so you don't have to look too hard to find flip throughs on all of her books. And last two we're going to take a look at are these two children's books. I do have flip throughs on both of these. I got these from Book Depository. These are out now on Amazon, so you can get the English versions of these on Amazon. This one is called Party in English. These were some free, like, little booklets Hanna had given out at some restaurant chains in, like, the Sweden area. I think she got requests to publish them. This one is very much kind of a companion to the Midnight Masquerade book. I think this is a nice little companion, like if you maybe have a little girl and you guys can color together in these two. I think it's a nice little set you can do together. And then this one, Space, is, I think, a really good companion to the City Among the Stars book. So these two are a nice little set to go that goes together too. I do think she has another one coming out soon. I got this right in the nick of time, like right before Book Depository closed, so I got lucky with that one. So I think that's it for this video. I do definitely want to get back into coloring in these books, and I hope you guys all have a really great rest of your day. Happy coloring, and I'll see you next time.